Khamzat Chimaev! Gender in the world, Dricus still not!
A lot of tension in this T-Mobile Arena as these two... The most interested observer watching Octagon side. And coming up next, our main event, a matchup for the UFC middleweight division title.
The lights dim inside the United Center in Chicago. The crowd is restless, the air electric, the anticipation almost unbearable. Tonight, history is about to be written. Two men, both undefeated in spirit, one holding the UFC middleweight championship, the other a storm who has torn through everyone in his path. Dricus du Plessis, the champion, enters first. Calm, intense, eyes sharp as he walks to the cage draped in his nation's pride. Across from him, Khamzat Chimaev, hungry, ferocious, and carrying the aura of inevitability. His walk is cold, his eyes piercing, as if he's already inside the octagon before the fight has even begun. The fans split in chants DDP. DDP mixes with Boers. Boers. The cage door shuts, and the bell rings. Chimaev explodes forward. No hesitation, no feeling out process. He grabs hold of du Plessis's legs and in seconds drags the champion down. The crowd erupts as the scramble begins, but Chimaev is already one step ahead. He forces du Plessis into a crucifix, pinning one arm under his leg, the other trapped against the canvas. Short, grinding elbows land, each one echoing across the arena. Du Plessis tries to twist free, but the grip is unrelenting. He bucks, he kicks, he bridges his hips, but Chimaev's weight is like a mountain pressing down. The round passes with the champion locked and suffocating, and when the horn sounds, the message is clear: Chimaev has arrived with dominance. The second round begins. Du Plessis tries to keep distance, bouncing lightly, throwing a jab and a low kick. The crowd cheers, urging him on. But Chimaev is patient, stalking. Then in a flash, he changes levels, shoots again, and takes the champion down. The sequence is smoother than the first, almost surgical. He climbs into top position, raining down punches. The referee leans closer, the champion trapped again. Every second on the ground drains du Plessis of his energy. The crowd begins to boo at the lack of striking exchanges, but those who know the sport understand, this is mastery in motion. Another 10-8 round, another statement that Chimaev is dictating every moment. The third round opens with du Plessis breathing heavily. His corner begged him between rounds to stay off the fence, to sprawl, to create space, but Chimaev cuts him off. A body kick from du Plessis finds its mark, the first real strike of significance, and the crowd roars. He follows with a right hand that lands flush, but Chimaev walks through it, undeterred. He ties him up, drives him backward, and once more the takedown lands. The champion grimaces, slamming his fists on the canvas in frustration. Chimaev traps him in half guard, pins his wrist, and drops elbows. Blood appears near du Plessis's eyebrow, and the referee checks closely. The champion is still in it, but the round is slipping away, swallowed by the control of the challenger. In the fourth round, du Plessis comes out desperate. He throws combinations, swinging wide, his mouth open, searching for that one shot to turn the fight. The crowd is alive now, sensing urgency. He charges forward, throwing looping punches, but Chimaev ducks under, drives him to the mat yet again. The boos rain louder, but Chimaev doesn't care. He grinds, smothers, controls. His forearm presses into du Plessis's face, making every second miserable. Time slips away, and with each tick of the clock, the belt slips further from du Plessis's waist. The referee finally stands them up for inactivity, and for a brief moment, the champion has hope. He swings hard, lands a stiff jab and a body shot, and the crowd surges. But then, like clockwork, Chimaev grabs him, drags him down, and the life drains once more. The fifth and final round begins. Du Plessis's corner tells him he needs a finish, nothing else will save him. He comes out aggressive, charging at Chimaev, throwing a left hook, a right cross. Then, in a sudden move, he jumps on a guillotine choke. The arena explodes. For the first time in the fight, Chimaev looks in trouble. The champion squeezes with all his might, his arms trembling with effort. Chimaev stays calm, adjusts, shifts his body, and slips free. The crowd groans. That was the chance, and it's gone. Chimaev immediately flips position, landing on top again, pressing Du Plessis to the mat. He peppers him with strikes, keeps him pinned, making sure the judges have no doubt. Du Plessis fights until the final bell, throwing punches from the bottom, trying to shake him off, but the horn sounds. It's over. The fighters stand, both exhausted, sweat dripping, gloves heavy. They embrace briefly, two warriors who gave everything inside the cage. The announcer steps into the center. Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the contest 50-44 for the winner and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev. The arena erupts. Some cheer wildly, others boo, but everyone knows they've witnessed dominance. Chimaev drops to his knees, hands raised, overcome with emotion. Du Plessis shakes his head, disappointed but respectful, acknowledging the better man tonight. The post-fight interviews tell the story of respect and rivalry. Chimaev, his voice heavy with emotion, thanks his team, his family, and his fans. He calls Du Plessis a warrior, a lion who pushed him in the final round. Du Plessis, beaten but proud, vows to return, promising that this loss will not define him. The analysts at Cageside reflect on what they just saw, one of the most suffocating displays of grappling dominance in a UFC title fight. Some fans may not have loved the lack of striking, but no one can deny the skill, the control, the sheer force of will that Chimaev brought. The arena begins to empty, the cage slowly dismantled, but the echoes of this night will remain. A new champion stands atop the middleweight division. Khamzat Chimaev, undefeated, relentless, and now officially the man to beat. His reign begins not with a knockout, not with a flash of violence, but with 25 minutes of absolute control, a demonstration that sometimes, domination is the truest form of greatness.